England, 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 England. Yes, boys, welcome back to the channel, and it is time to predict the round of 16 because this tournament just goes and goes and it does not stop. There's been non-stop action day after day after day, and it's time that we go back, we review our first initial predictions. I ruined my hair doing that, by the way, but England are doing absolutely, I mean, not phenomenal this tournament, but we're doing well and we made it through, so there's no reason not to be chanting right now. I'm so happy, boys. We got Senegal tomorrow, the day of recording. Just watched USA, Netherlands, and then Argentina versus, oh my days, who was it? I just watched the game as well. Australia, exactly. Yeah. And that game was, I mean, 2-1, but we'll get into that. So I think it's best that we just go back and actually look at what I predicted first off, because I think that the results are going to be a little bit different than what I thought they would be. This tournament honestly had a lot of surprises so far. The games have been literally insane. It's been incredible having just waking up 4 games just perfectly spaced out, ending at the late afternoon, and then I just have like going into it's been such a great tournament so far. It really surprised me, and I think it really surprised a lot of people. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in and see what I actually predicted here. I got my initial, here we go, brilliant. So let's see what I said compared to what actually happened here. So Group A, I had the Netherlands and Senegal going through. Got that. That's one correct prediction. I think that, yeah, bang on as well for me. So looking good so far. My ball knowledge is holding up. It's holding up. True to the start of the last video. Then Group B, you got England, USA, Wales, Iran. Which, is that how it happened? I think that's bang on as well. Is that bang on? Okay, so actually Iran came ahead of Wales. I guess they just had a little bit of bias for Western teams. I guess I was sleeping on Iran. That's my mistake. Group C, Argentina, Poland, Mexico, Saudi. I think that's another one I got exactly bang on. So we're looking pretty good so far. Now Group D, this team, man, I will tell you what, this Denmark team was the dark horses of the tournament. They were the ones to watch going into it. What happened? What happened to Denmark, man? They literally finished bottom of their group. It's ridiculous. Tunisia almost went through. But, I mean, obviously, we know they didn't. They still had that shock victory over France, which is absolutely outrageous. You can clown on England for drawing with USA, but for that result to have happened, that is just out of pocket for France. This group I got completely wrong. I think it was France, Australia, Tunisia, then Denmark. I completely messed that one up. It had a stinker in this group, except for France. They were obviously going to come first. Let's not beat around the bush. Now another one that was ridiculous. Group E, I predicted Spain and Germany to go through, with Spain topping the group, which again, this was a complete shambles. None of this happened. I had Japan to come fourth. I don't know why I did them like that, especially considering Costa Rica were like the worst team. Why did I have them going? I had an absolute shocker with this group. Oh my. So obviously we saw Germany coming fourth, which I think is a complete shame because I think they've just been kind of hard done by. Every single time Germany had the ball, like they played to the point where they should be going through. Every time I watched them play, it was kind of scary. I'm glad they're not. I'm extremely glad they're not, because I think England would have been potentially against them relatively soon. But especially like Musiala, that guy is a baller. Let me tell you, he is out of this world. The things I saw him do, I wish that he went back and, you know, never changed his nationality to German, because oh my god, imagine him in the midfield with a Rice, Bellingham, Musiala, trifecta in the midfield. Oh my days, that would have been Whew, that would have been spooky. But obviously I got this group completely wrong. Japan topped the group, and for a weird time, like a weird minute and a half, Costa Rica were actually going through as well. But I was watching the Germany-Costa Rica game, and I literally could not believe what I was watching. It was just, it was ridiculous. It was goal after goal after goal, and it was a sight to see. Again, the fact Germany aren't going through is just, it's a blessing, but it's a terrible, terrible, terrible curse for the Germans. Another group that I had a pretty bad, we started out pretty good. We looked pretty good going into it. However, I put Belgium first. I had Belgium and Croatia to go through. I got this completely wrong. Belgium crashed out, last place in the group. They have just infighting. Like, we have Kevin De Bruyne making fun of the other players, calling them old, and we have absolute chaos in that Belgium dressing room that I had no idea was a thing going into this tournament, and they obviously crashed out, came last place. We saw Morocco actually go through, which is pretty sick. I'm happy for them to have gone through. That's awesome. But I done them dirty, had them coming dead last with Canada, which I got right. I got Canada going out, but not as accurate as I expected. This has been a very surprising World Cup, but I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Now, Group G, Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, and Cameroon. I said I had Brazil and Switzerland to go through, which is exactly what happened, reinforcing my absolute genius and statistical proven ball knowledge here. But I don't know, man. This was a really entertaining group. It was, Cameroon put on a show. Serbia, Switzerland was a fucking hoot. That was a game and a half. A very entertaining group. I think hands down Group G was my favorite group to be paying attention to and watching. Just high quality every time. It was an enjoyable match, I think. Now, Group H, Portugal, Uruguay, Ghana, and South Korea I had at the bottom. Whew, that's another team that I'm disrespecting these Eastern European nations, man. I'm really disrespecting them. South Korea and Japan I both had bottom, but both of them are going through, which is crazy. South Korea and Portugal obviously going through. That Ghana-Uruguay game, I didn't get a chance to watch it. Oh my God, I wish I did, but I was listening to Pitchside, actually, their live stream when I was driving back home from somewhere, and it just sounded unreal for the situation that happened to have happened for Uruguay to just the penalty and them just being the one goal off of qualifying in the, oh my God, it was just, this whole World Cup has been just a complete, like, it's just been so good. It's been every day there's been drama, there's been just absolutely wild entertainment, to be honest. This is what football's all about, and this was absolutely fantastic. But as you can tell, I'm clearly not that smart, but I think that I have enough ball knowledge and enough context clues, enough intuition, enough just pure brilliance and genius to go ahead and predict the round of 16, because I think that this is going to be relatively easy to predict from here. And I know I said that when I made that list, which, you know, went how it went, but I kind of back myself here. So at the time of recording, obviously, it's a few hours after that Argentina-Australia game. So let's just start. And who's it going to be? So England, Senegal, and then France and Poland are playing tomorrow of the day of recording, but those games will have probably happened or are happening by the time this goes out, if all things go to plan. I don't know, do I want to just work my way down, or do I want to go across? And I think we'll just go down from here. So obviously Argentina and the Netherlands both went through in their groups. Next we have Japan and Croatia. Now this Croatia side are looking pretty intimidating, I have to say, but I don't know. See, I didn't back the Japanese, and They obviously ended up becoming first in their group, which is outrageous. But that's the thing, man. I think Croatia are gonna go through, and I don't know if I'm just still discounting the Japanese here, but I just don't know if they have it in them. I think they'll be tired. I think they'll be just not up for it as much as Croatia. I think Croatia have this in the bag. So we got them going through. Next up, Brazil, Korea, South Korea. This is gonna be a popper of a match, but I think it's just you can't not back this Brazil team. Actually, you know what? The fact that they lost, they had a 17 game streak, like unbeaten, something. I think it was like a year and a half they went unbeaten, and for them to lose that group stage game, I don't know, man. South Korea might be able to do it. Nah, I'm 100% completely taking the piss. Brazil are gonna just stomp the Koreans, to be honest. As brutal as it is, they're just gonna mop the floor of them. I'm saying this is gonna be like 4, maybe 5-1. The Koreans are gonna get 1 goal. They'll get 1 goal, but that's about it. Moving on to England, Senegal. England, dude, we have such a good clear path to the final. It's outrageous. We're gonna just destroy Senegal, and then from there, it's between France and Poland. Who are England going to be playing? Is it going to be France? Is it going to be Poland? I hope, on my life, I hope it's Poland, because they are horrific as a side. I would love nothing more than to have Poland, England to go to this. It would be nuts. It would be ridiculous, and I hope that happens. But France are going to just mop the floor with this Poland team, and they are who England will be facing in the quarterfinals. But moving on, Morocco, Spain. Morocco, I'm sorry, but this is where your run ends. You've had your fun. You made it out of the group stage. You made it to the round of 16. Something to be extremely proud of, especially my boy Aguerd. Shout out West Ham. The connection, you know how it is. But Spain, they're just gonna make it. They're just so clear. They are inhumanly clear. Now next, Portugal, Switzerland. Again, same thing with Morocco, Switzerland, I'm sorry, but Portugal are going flying through this. And then we have the quarterfinals. First game, Netherlands, Argentina. This is gonna be one to watch, 110%. Netherlands put 3 past the US today, only conceded the 1. They've looked ridiculous. Cody Gakpo didn't score though. He was definitely on my sheet of players who I had, assuming that they would score. He was definitely on my list of players who I thought would be scoring in this game. If I had to pick any, I definitely assumed it would have been him. But I'll tell you what, Dumfries, man. 2 assists and a goal. I'll tell you what, he was looking very good. But I don't think it's enough to get through Argentina. Argentina making through the semifinals. Easy as. Now, Brazil, Croatia. Oh my, I've said this a lot, but this is going to be another really good game. But Brazil are going to make it through. Brazil are making it through the semifinals. This Croatia team just doesn't have it in them to stop this Brazil team. There's just too much quality. There's too much just brilliance all over the pitch. Their subs bench is just littered with talent. Croatia are not going to be able to cope with that. Now, moving on. England, France. Okay, you know what? I really want to put England through just right off the bat. But France, see, I'll tell you what, man. France have a lot of individual brilliance, but I just don't know if I can put them ahead of England right now. I don't know. I think this World Cup curse is gonna come back and really bite them in the ass this game, and I think England are gonna absolutely. We are going to mop the floor with this France side, and we are going to do them in 3-2. We are gonna beat France 3-2. There's going to be a Declan Rice goal, a Jude Bellingham goal, and a Harry Kane goal. I was going to say on my life, but I don't back the team that much. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. If you're a betting man, Just put $2 on that happening. Just put $2 on them three to all score against France. Because you're gonna make some money. Because it's gonna come true. Trust me. And then give me like 10% of the proceeds. Because like, I'm hooked you up. So hook me up. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Next up, Spain, Portugal. Another insane match on paper, but is Big Suey gonna make it through to the semis? Suey in the semis? Is it gonna happen? Are they gonna beat this Spain team who have looked so good? Who stomped that poor nation 7-0 opening day of their group? You see, in my head, I really want to give it to Spain. I think they just have a lot of young talent. I've enjoyed watching Spain play. There's definitely a lot of Ronaldo bias in here because I just don't like the man. But I think we're going to have Spain going through. And, ooh, what a tasty semifinals this is. Oh my. Argentina, Brazil. This is going to be the most watched game of the tournament. I don't care who the final is. If it ends up being Brazil, Argentina, that's outrageous, man. That's going to be one of the most viewed games of all time. And it's going to be one of the most high quality, intense, thrilling, just ridiculous displays of footballing talent ever. And I think Brazil are going to make it through. Brazil are making it through. And then there was 2 more decisions to make. England versus Spain to make it to the semifinals of the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Can England do it? Can they make it through? Can they finally get to a World Cup final? Is it time for England to finally end their almost 70-year reign of no trophies in the World Cup since that 1966 victory? You know what it is, man. You know what it is? I completely 120,000% back the English so much that I think that they're going to be able to do it. This Spanish side is going to have such a harder run of things than us that I just think that England are going to be the stronger side going into it. Spain are going to be tired. They've played so many hard games. They've done so much the last 2 weeks that I just think England are going to be able to coast through. Not coast through. That's talking poorly on the Spanish side. I think England will have coasted through so much that they're only going to be really turning on the burners now during this France game right before and then this game. And I think that it's going to push them through. England making the finals. And then there was one more. Brazil, England in the World Cup. And I will tell you what. Brazil win. I can't back England all the way. I mean, I will. I want England to win more than anything. But it's just not gonna happen, man. I just gotta be straight up with you. I'm wearing the thing. I'm wearing the thing, all right? I want England to win. I just don't know if we got it in the bag against Brazil because they just look outrageous. Like, they got that Richarlison goal. That fucking bicycle kick mental in the box. What the? They have too much quality. Brazil have too much quality for us to cope, and they are going to knock us out. But I think it's going to be an absolute classic of a game, and it's going to end up going 4-2 to Brazil. 4-2 to Brazil. Am I happy with that? Am I happy with England making it to the finals of a World Cup? Yeah, I am. Am I upset that I don't think we have a chance of winning? Yeah. I mean, we have a chance. We 100% have a chance. But against this Brazil team, I just don't know if it's going to happen, Chief. Right, and that was my updated predictions for the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. I appreciate it. Thank you very much again, and have an absolutely incredible day. I appreciate it.